Most often we're taking relationship advice for people who have not been in the fight, or they've been in the fight so little or for such a limited amount of time, they don't understand when shit gets tough, shit gets tough. I am a Christian woman, and thanks be unto God, I have the Holy Spirit, because if not, I can assure you I would have put myself in some positions and done some things against my husband that I would be ashamed of today. Hi everyone. So I'm a top heavy girl, which is why you can see a strap here and a strap here, and I'm about to go to the gym. But before I go, I was listening to Money Long's Made for Me, and it made me think about my own relationship with my husband and the toxic way we think about relationships and how we choose them, be it man or woman. Of course, my experience is that of a woman because I am a woman. And I realize most often we're taking relationship advice for people who have not been in the fight, or they've been in the fight so little or for such a limited amount of time, they don't understand when shit gets tough, shit gets tough. I am a Christian woman, and thanks be unto God, I have the Holy Spirit, because if not, I can assure you I would have put myself in some positions and done some things against my husband that I would be ashamed of today. But I am filled with the Holy Spirit, and he restrains me on those days that I don't have the capacity or wherewithal or even the desire to do right. Again, going into my relationship for a long time, I would say as recently as maybe 3 years ago, I thought my husband and his expressions were weak. Based on observation, we think a strong man, the alpha man, is those who are walking around authoritative and they're beating their chest. Yes, they may go out and work. However, the wife better have the house clean, and she better do this and she better do that. She better be willing to give him sex whenever he desires. And in my case, the experience has been different. I do have a husband who will go out and provide without a complaint. He would also spend some time with helping me around the house. I don't love folding laundry. I will, but I don't love it. And there are a lot of weekends he spends folding the very clothes that I've washed during the week, because we are a team. He does his job very well and I do mine very well. I cannot play his position and he cannot play mine. He goes out, he kills the pig and he brings home the bacon, and I fry that thing up and serve it. We're a good team. We make a great team. But like I said, for a long while, I didn't understand that. I thought because he's a mild-mannered man who doesn't go around beating his chest, who doesn't display the traits that we are taught alpha men display, he must be weak. From the very beginning, he's been this gentleman, handling me with care. I hear it all the time how women talk about they're in their soft girl season, but they're after hard men. Why is it that we believe the only way we can be soft is with a man who is dominant? Why don't we realize that being with a gentleman will bring out the softness in you? It did for me. Of course, I can only speak from my experience. And he's not perfect, trust me. He's flawed, just like I am. But I'm a gentle flower, and he handles me with care. Not always. It's taking some prayer. I've had to overcome this idea that I needed to be strong, wearing this badge, this cape. I don't want to do that. I'm not looking to wear a cape any longer. I often tell people I am the not so superhero. I fall apart. And I don't always believe my husband has done a good job making me feel like it was okay to fall apart. Or was it me? Was it because I made him believe that his sensitivity, his softness was weak? I'm a social butterfly, and so I frequent the gym very often. Actually, I used to be the first shift supervisor at a gym, and it was one of my favorite jobs. At this particular gym that I was going to here recently, I no longer go there. There's this guy. He used to work out at the gym that I worked at some years ago. So we've built this rapport. We cut up. He's in his mid-40s, I believe. And to him, he's done so much bad. There's no way he'll be able to find a good woman. He walks around as if he's this womanizing man, just giving out the dang-a-lang or whatever the case may be. And yet I can read him. See, that's one of the gifts that God has given me, the ability to see beyond what people wear, the mask they put on. The spiritual discerning gift that God has given me, the prophetic gift God has given me, the insight God has given me, allows me to see that this identity he's adopted is actually a facade. I can see that he was once a gentle man, but he didn't feel or believe that gentleness was getting him anywhere. And so he became a figment of something he once was. He became this man who would hurt you before you get the opportunity to hurt him. I think that's a lot of our problems. We've been hurt so bad that we no longer believe, we no longer hope we'll find a person who can love us in our gentle state. And so we throw this wall up and we become hard. And we adopt this notion that I'll hurt you before you ever get the chance to hurt me. It's not just a man thing, it's a woman thing as well. But I see it often when it comes to men. It's been said that the nice guy finished last. So I see it often. I've had many conversations where these men have gotten their hearts broken. And so they've now become dogs and womanizers and abusers and the alpha male in the sense that we are taught. And then in the case of these women, a lot of times, they are looking for men who will provide for them, not necessarily give them the room to be nurtured. And if he displays any type of emotion, he must be weak, is what they often say. Well, I've been blessed to have a man who is gentle with me. I've had to fight a lot when it comes to men. And that dated back to my father. I don't want to have to fight in this season of my life. I want my daughters to see what it feels like and what it is to have a man love her gently. I want my sons to know that it is okay to let your guard down and to love a woman gently. It is okay to love yourself gently. It is okay to honor your gentle emotions. Even Jesus wept. He was an emotional man. He had feelings. We have feelings. God gave us feelings. Unfortunately, for fear's sake, many of us become figments of our former selves. But I want to help you in that. Coming from a girl who also believed that gentle men were weak and that surely there was no alpha in them, I can assure you that is a lie. And also, this idea that because a woman has a few bodies or a past that she could never be. As I've said before, I'm proof that that is a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. I was a single mother with multiple children. I have a past of promiscuity, as I openly speak of, and yet I have been devoted to the same man for nearly 14 years. Let's stop listening to people who have no dog in this fight. No dog. What is the evidence? What can they say? When the going got tough, how did they handle it? Pray about it. Thanks be unto God, he spoke to me. Because just like so many women, this weakness that I thought my husband displayed was going to be a reason for me to exit this relationship nearly 14 years ago. I'd taken a trip, and on the way back, the Holy Spirit said, give him a chance. If you ask him, he already knew. He told me from the beginning I was his woman, and I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But look at me now. He's not exactly what I idealize, but he is every. And when I say everything your girl needed, he is everything your girl has needed. No one has rocked with me the way this man has. No one has proven to have my back the way this man has. He refuses to disrespect me with his words. He's done other things that have been disrespectful and to hurt me. And we're working through those things. But I've done some things to hurt him as well. I've said some things to hurt him. So he has to heal. We have to heal. But I wouldn't change a thing. Because I do believe with my big mouth self, God has permitted us to endure the things we've endured so I can share that there is another side to the narrative we've been taught. It may not be a lie in all cases, but I can assure you it's a lie in some cases. Let's get rid of this toxic idea of what relationships should be. They're hard. They're hard. For those men who are looking for wives, maybe the idea that you have is not what God has for you. And to those women who are praying that their Boaz would find them, maybe he's staring you right in your face. But because he's weak, according to your itty bitty understanding, he can't be the one. It was me, like I said, nearly 14 years ago. But look at me now. And I ain't planning on going nowhere. He couldn't get rid of me if he tried. As most of you know, recently, we were going through a separation. We needed this time apart for several reasons. But that's my guy. That's my homie. He is my best friend. And thanks be unto God, we get to do it again. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.